Him be must confess. Oh, Bailey, Bailey. What?
Come here, honey.
What are you screaming at?
It's fucking BuzzFeed. They're back at it again with another stupid, shitty video.
Why are you watching that shit?
YouTube is, of course, just promoting the shit out of. This one's $27 cake versus $1,120 cake.
So stupid.
8 million views. The dumbing down of America. These guys aren't even funny.
They're awful. I don't even know why you're watching that shit. Me and Bae were in the middle of a music video.
Folks, welcome back to the Matt and V channel. I am your host, Matt. This is my sexy, quirky, I won't say the gassy part this time. Anyway, this is my co-host, V. Now, if you haven't noticed, over the last couple years, corporations are taking over YouTube. It's now super slick, very well produced content, and a lot of it comes from big, massive corporate machines. Now, BuzzFeed is one of those, and they have many, many channels with millions and millions of subscribers and billions of views. And they started out as like a website, I don't know when it was, 6, 7, 8 years ago, and then a few YouTube channels after that. And at first they were kind of cool. They were kind of edgy. They had some funny content. Over the years, they've turned into just like this politically correct, fake, vanilla BS garbage. In some ways, kind of dumbing down the trendy hipster generation. Now, one of their biggest series lately has been where they're taking, one product and going versus another product. One very cheap product. They're, like I think their last one was cakes. $27 cake versus a $1,120 cake. And without fail, those damn videos are on the trending tab every single time. I think it happens even before they start getting lots of views. Them and YouTube just like, hey buddy, we put out another great golden piece of content, hook a brother up.
The funniest guy is the camera guy who doesn't even say much.
Yeah, he's the funniest person on there. Like, they could have at least taken that serious and had it be so much more enjoyable. They've basically mastered the YouTube algorithm, and they're cleaning up. They've gotten like 250 million views over the last 30 days, something like that. What we at the Matt and V channel basically decided is that you can't beat these guys, right? You can't beat them.
So just join them.
You gotta join them. In fact, BuzzFeed, if you're hiring, take a look at us.
No thanks.
And so maybe we need to start our own channel called like Drunk Feed.
Drunk Feed.
That joke didn't work the first time I gave it to her either.
Yeah.
Get it? BuzzFeed, Drunk Feed, or Blackout Drunk Feed? Get it?
Got it.
Okay, so we're gonna make our own versus video, but on products that we care about. I don't give a fuck about a $27 cake versus a $1,000 or
cake
or
is cake. If it's cake, it's going in me.
I care about products that I use on a daily basis that are important to me and my life, and that's toilet paper, folks.
Yes.
So we are on a mission to find the cheapest and most expensive toilet paper in the world. So we're gonna go search far and wide. Once we get it, we're gonna do some real world testing on it. We're gonna test it in different scenarios and figure out if, like BuzzFeed says, is it worth it?
Yeah, so stay tuned, folks, because we're about to do our research and find out the best toilet paper for your money.
Boom. Folks, we traveled the world far and wide to find the softest, most luxurious toilet paper we could find. And the most expensive at that. Our journey started in the States, but quickly left over to Europe, then down to Africa, through the Middle East, and finally where we found the best. You guessed it, folks, Japan. We found Hanabisho toilet paper, which is simply a work of art, good enough for the emperor himself's behind. Yes, he actually uses it, folks. It's made with top-notch Canadian pulp and the cleanest, clearest stream in Japan. The Hanabisho plant only makes 150 rolls a day, and each roll is signed by the artisan that created it and then checked over by the CEO of the company himself for smoothness and wipeability. In Japan, each roll goes for about $17, but in order to get it into the US, you have to pay a pretty hefty shipping fee, and this 3-pack after shipping ended up costing us about $110. The art is all hand hand done by premium artisans, and it is made through a premium process that is similar to how you cook a pancake.
Flapjack?
This toilet paper is for the upper 1%. The folks that have already bought everything else they can. Now, here's some luxurious toilet paper.
For that ass.
Now, we put Hanabicho up against the cheapest toilet paper we could find, and we didn't have to go any farther than our local grocery store, where we found, what's that stuff called?
Angel Soft.
Angel Soft. $1.30 for a 4-pack. So you could say each roll went for
34 cents.
34 cents. 34 cents versus a $17 roll, folks. How do they compare head to head? Only our extensive testing will tell us. Boom. We put these two toilet papers through some grueling tests, and only one will come out on top. First off is the absorption test. 1 piece of Hanabicho is equivalent to 2 pieces of the Angel Soft. So we took 2 pieces of Angel Soft, 1 piece of Hanabicho, put them on our luxurious dinner plates, and then proceeded to drop 2 teaspoons of clean, pure water onto each piece of toilet paper. They both seemed to absorb it pretty well, but then we tried to pick up a Pokeball with each one of them, and they both failed, folks. These toilet papers did not play Pokemon Go very well. That was stupid. Next is the chocolate pudding test. We took 2 teaspoons of chocolate pudding and put them on our fine china plates from the dollar store and proceeded to see which toilet paper would wipe up that pudding better. Again, it's a tie. They both wiped it up equally well, although the Hanabicho did feel a lot better on my fingers as I was scooping up the poop on the plate. Next, we took the pudding test even farther and put a teaspoon of chocolate pudding onto 2 Barbie's bums. Each Barbie's bum is equal size and weight, and we tried to measure out the chocolate pudding as best as we could, and then we tried to wipe it up. Vanessa, how did you feel wiping up that chocolate pudding?
Well, I thought that the Hanabicho toilet paper, definitely felt better on the Barbie's ass, and I continued to wipe that shit clean.
That is one lucky Barbie. But, no puns intended, as far as wipeability goes, they both again tied, folks. Next, I decided to sacrifice my arms for the greater good of all of you to see which toilet paper would rub my skin raw first. We started out with the Angel Soft. After about 10 minutes, as you can see, I started bleeding. There was definitely some redness going on, and boy, I'm glad that wasn't my butthole. Next, we tried the Hanabicho on my other arm, and after 10 minutes, it was a little red and raw, but no blood was in sight. That's a point for Hanabicho. Next, we fully immersed 1 piece of Hanabicho and 2 pieces of Angel Soft, because they are the same exact size, into a full glass of clean, pure Montana water.
And we did this to see how they would react when faced with the sewer systems.
After about 30 seconds in the water, the Angel Soft pulled out, but did break upon pulling it out of the glass. However, the Hanabicho dissolved to bits while pulling it out of the water. This could be a win or lose for either, depending on how you look at it. The Hanabicho looks to definitely be more biodegradable and earth-friendly, but the Angel Soft seemed to be a little bit tougher if you need to scoop that toilet paper back out of the bowl.
The next test that we did was seeing how our pug, Bailey, enjoyed both pieces of toilet paper upon her rectal area. We placed a wad of the Angel Soft onto a wiper wand and began to touch it upon her anus.
We did ask for consent first, though. Our lawyers told us to.
Then we put a wad of the Hanabicho on the wiper wand and again placed it upon our pug's asshole, rubbing it very gently to see which one she liked better.
While we tried to get her to pick one, her response was, "I like both because I usually don't get to wipe my ass at all." So both of those get a point from Bailey the pug. Finally, we did the cut test. Yes, this really doesn't mean anything, but I just wanted to cut it with my brand new knife. The Hanabicho seemed to be a little bit more durable up against my finely sharpened blade, and I would say that shows that premium Canadian pulp can handle a slicing a little better than the Angel Soft. All in all, it was an intense battle. We found that both toilet papers were more than capable of wiping our asses any day of the week, but at the end of the day, we have to give the win to Hanabisho.
Hanabishio is the winner.
All right, guys, we are back from our strenuous toilet paper testing journey. Boy, was it a long, windy road. I have actually wipes with both of these, real world wiping, okay? It's definitely softer with the nicer toilet paper.
Does it hurt your hemorrhoids?
Anyway, it's a different kind of sensation for sure. It's not as soft as I expected it to be, honestly, though. It does feel like it's built a little bit better. I mean, if you just go like rip a square of the cheapo stuff right here, let's rip a square of this stuff. It's got like a silky feel to it. I mean, it's got like almost like a little bit of flexiness to it.
Feels like a silky petal. Really helps when I'm wiping, because usually like with this, my finger will slip through, and sometimes I'll finger my butthole. Just kidding. Can you edit that out,
Nope.
please?
Nope, that's staying in. I think that the designs on it are quite cool. The packaging, the way it was presented to me, was also quite awesome. I wouldn't expect any less with, paying $100 for 3 rolls of toilet paper. Some of that was shipping. I mean, the toilet paper itself was about $70, and then the shipping cost, because it had to come from Japan, put it up around the $110 mark.
The shipping, we went to Japan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's also kind of cool, and I'm definitely going to keep a roll as like a keepsake. I'm gonna hand it down to my children. I guess if you're gonna do like the whole BuzzFeed thing, is it worth it?
No.
That all depends on how rich you are. If you got piles of money and you have Ferraris and shit in your garage and you go out to $1,000 dinners all the time, can you swing it for like some $100 toilet paper? Sure. If I was filthy freaking rich, I'd buy this toilet paper.
I don't know.
Then when people come over to your house, you could say, hey, did you just take a shit in my bathroom? And they're like, yeah. And you say, that toilet paper you used? Each individual roll of that's about $30. You know what I'm saying? You fucking just act like a stupid, rich, snobby person. I love it. I almost want to just like make the rest of it into like a blanket. As far as the cheap stuff, honestly, this cheap stuff is better than some of the toilet paper out there that I've used, like that's in like some public bathrooms where it feels like it's just like sandpaper,
Where it's like tissue paper.
It's single plan, it's rough.
I don't mind rough.
I'm not going to tell you not to buy it because I think it's kind of cool, even though I know most people, 99% of the people out there are going to be like, that's the biggest waste of money I've ever seen. Sure. But if you're just like, nah, you know what? If you're rich, just give that $100 to charity, probably.
Yeah.
I guess
don't spend it on your anus.
If you'd like to see us do more of these versus videos and basically rip off BuzzFeed, let us know and give us some ideas down in the comments. We love to rip them off.
And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We put out videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
That about wraps it up, guys. Until next time, thank you so damn much for watching.
Thanks, guys.
What is
watching these nips?
What does these nips have anything to do with our video?
No idea.